Hi everyone. It's me, um, back for another vlog thing because um, Strawberry Sunrises tagged me for um, a vlog or a questionnaire thing, but I decided I'm going to try it as a vlog. It's about books. I like reading, although I don't do it as often as I should. Excuse me. My throat still feels like there's a tennis ball inside. Um, Genre of books do you prefer? I really like historical books, historical fiction, fun books. Um, Real fan of Chuck Palahniuk, or Planiak, however you pronounce it. Um, I've been reading a lot of the classics of literature um, since I got my e-reader, because most of the books I found for free are the old classics like Dickens and yeah, that's about all Mark Twain. Uh, I've been reading through those, as well as some that I may have found in my journeys across the World Wide Web. What are some of the must-have books in your library? Um, my own personal library, I have a lot of religious books. Um, I think one of the must-have books that I had to have, that I have been like since I started college, well, maybe my senior year of high school, was a book called Wizards That Peep. That's a book about the occult that was written by a pastor, and it was very interesting book, and only one publisher published it. It was a publishing house for my church, and the pastor went through this long period of time, like maybe 20 years, where he refused to let the publishing house sell or publish his book because he was worried that people were using this to begin practicing the occult. The most expensive book on your shelf, I don't really know, because mostly books I buy now are used. Uh, Probably some of my college textbooks, I didn't sell them back because I figured I'd use them in teaching. What book do you covet the most? I think I just talked about that. Wizards That Peep. Um, how much do you spend on books? Lately, not much, because I'm getting into the e-reader, and I find buying used books, it's more rewarding for me. It's like adopting a pet. I'm giving a book a nice home. Um, Now, this next question was one that sort of threw me for a loop, but I had some memories of it. Um, what do you think about the current trend in YA books? And I'm thinking that stands for young adult. Young adult books, from what I've picked up and what I've read, are extremely graphic. Now, when I was in middle school age, the books were completely different. You never had curse words. Now, um, there was one series that I actually read, and I kind of liked the series, although I probably wouldn't have liked it much for kids to read, is uh, TTYL. I think it stands for Talk to You Later. It's a series, and it's written in IM, instant messages. Um, really good book. However, it's geared for young kids, and I just didn't see that being good. Um, I mean, they talk about shaving their pubic hair. Now, when I was in middle school, uh, that was something, you know, never find in a book. And I think we're making children into adults way too early. What series do you wish had more books? I have a visit from a cat here. Uh, Probably the Choose Your Own Adventure. I love those in grade school. Also, probably Harry Potter. Uh, that could always do some more, and probably the Hunger Games. What are your go-to books in your library? Fight Club. Um, from the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler. That's a nice one. And I can't remember the name of this. It's an hilarious book. I'm gonna have to look this up later. But it's just filled with puns. Um, I'm trying to look up the author's name, but can't find it. Shoot! I should have grabbed this before. But it's this kid who is bored, and he goes on this adventure, and it's just a hilarious book, and I can't believe I'm forget. Oh God, I just thought of it. The Phantom Toll Booth. I love that book. I love it so much I can't remember the title. What book is currently in your bag? I guess currently I'm reading Fight Club. Number 10, what is the most prized book in your collection? This was it last summer or this summer? I was at a used book sale, and I scored 2 books for $1. One was The Complete Works of Shakespeare. That was awesome. And the other was a temple altar Bible from a Masonic lodge. And that is just, it's so cool. What are some nonfiction books on your shelf? Some I've been reading. What the Mormons call the Triple. It's the Book of Mormon, Doctrines and Covenant, and the Pearl of Great Price. Also, Jewish daily life books, like learning about what's kosher, what's not. Learning about, can I open a bag of potato chips on the Sabbath, stuff like that. Favorite authors, name up to 3. You cat. Chuck Palahniuk, I mentioned him. Tim O'Brien, he writes a lot of stuff about the Vietnam War. I met him, really, really cool guy. Probably Mark Twain. He's such a, you read his writing, and he comes off as such a sarcastic SOB, and I just love it. Favorite bookstore? Well, it's probably Half Price Books, or whatever a used bookstore is. There's a couple in Madison that I go to, but that's all for the... Say hi. She just wants to be petted. Well, have a good